little snow starting to develop across northern and western portions of Nebraska. Maybe a little bit starting to move here into our southern counties as well here. But as we go through the day today, we'll see some rounds of some light snow move through, a lot of cloud cover. Thankfully, if you notice here, the winds aren't blowing around too much. We won't see a whole lot of wind, so blowing snow is not a major concern. Most of our snow will fall this morning with this very weak wave that moves through. And then by this afternoon, a lot of it starts to move out, maybe some leftover flurries through the afternoon hours. And then this evening, we'll see the snow completely clear out. The skies will clear up following that. High pressure builds in from the north, and that's going to lead to light winds, clearing skies, and a very cold night out there tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, for the first time in several days, we'll develop a southerly wind on the backside of that high pressure. That'll help to warm things up. So will the sunshine out there tomorrow. So we begin to finally warm up Friday afternoon. Friday night, not as cold. A few extra clouds around, plus those south winds still sticking around at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that keeps those temperatures up a little bit, and we'll continue to warm things up heading into the weekend ahead of us here. So snowfall totals, again, will not be overly impressive with this. I think the main band of snow will be in the northern and western areas there. Those areas might pick up, say, an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow here. Not out of the question here. Most of us, this is going to be under an inch of snowfall, and some of you may be very minimal amounts of snow. Maybe another little band setting up, or another, an inch of snow or so falls. So anything from trace amounts to an inch and a half with some isolated 2-inch amounts. And I think this is your area that has the best chance of seeing 2 inches of snow would be up here to the north. So minor travel issues today. Nothing too significant, but again, you might see some slick spots. Be careful if you happen to encounter those today. Most of us will not deal with it, but some of you might have to deal with some of that snow out there. But we'll all deal with the cold for one more day. Highs today struggling. Teens for most of us, still some single digits up north, and then back below zero tonight. Wind chills, not terribly cold with the winds not terribly strong, but it won't take much wind to make that wind chill much colder. But they won't be in that wind chill advisory or wind chill warning criteria area. But your actual temperatures tonight down in the single digits below zero. But nice recovery tomorrow, upper 20s and 30s for highs, maybe nearing 40 in the southwest. So we're starting to warm it up. So this is still below average though for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, not as cold, teens for overnight lows. And then look at this on Saturday, 40s for high temperatures. A little bit breezy again, but hey, this will feel pretty good on Saturday after what we've dealt with most of this week. And it's going to get better from there as we look at the long-range forecast. Let's first look at these next 3 days. Again, the warming trend in the next 3 days. The one chance of moisture in our forecast today, and unfortunately for many of us, will not amount to much. Still breezy on Sunday, lots of sunshine, and warmer yet, upper 50s. How about that? Some low 60s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as we cross over from February into March, including Nebraska's birthday there on Tuesday. We're looking quite all right there through the middle of next week. And in fact, as you look long range, we'll get another nice day in there on Thursday. And then Friday into Saturday, we start to see a cooling trend ahead. It does look like it will be a little bit cooler next week. Models are kind of split on whether or not we'll see moisture next week. Some models have a good snowstorm or a good big-time weather system in our area, while others kind of completely miss us once again. I'm banking on the second, the latter, missing us once again. But again, that can always change. We're a long ways out from next weekend yet. So at this point, I wouldn't anticipate one way or the other what we'll see here. Looking at the long-range temperature trends, again, we're still in that deep freeze this morning today. A little bit better tomorrow. Much better yet on Saturday. Sunday, even better yet. Monday, just maybe not a big warm-up on Monday. The Tuesday, looking good. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're just kind of flirting with some cooler air. This model is a little more aggressive with the cooler air, whereas the forecast I showed you, I think, is leaning more towards the European model. This is the GFS model, which has been trending cooler than the European. But a lot of times, long-range, the European is usually a better model than the GFS forecast model. But that also said, like I mentioned, the GFS is the one that's hinting at the big storm system next weekend, the first weekend of March, whereas the European is not. And so I'm kind of leaning European right now here. But that was the GFS model temperature-wise that I was showing you. Now let's go to the one I agree with the most, and that is the European model. Change that over real quick. Change the contours from GFS to Euro. I'll click the save button so you see that little flicker there, and I'll load that into the system, and here we go. So again, here's today. Still pretty cold out there. Better tomorrow. Much better yet on Saturday. better yet on Sunday, and it's looking good. And again, notice the glancing shots of cool air, not as impactful next week here. Thursday into Friday, very mild. And then that one does show the cooler air arriving next weekend, although it's a glancing shot of cooler air, not bitterly cold air. So that's the good news. Well, I have to let you all go. I want to thank you all for watching on this Thursday. I'll see you one final time this week on Friday for your last forecast of the week. Until then, take care and enjoy your Thursday. Stay warm out there today and be safe on the roads today. God bless.